He was very charming and he was very intelligent. He was incredible with the musicians, but he was also difficult with the musicians. He knew exactly what he wanted, and he was very controlling. He was very manipulative.
Era Records and the other producers that the band worked with were quick to push back, understandably feeling like they, the professionals, knew better than he did. But when the Teddy Bears' next singles failed to hit the top 10 of the Billboard charts, Phil felt as if he had been vindicated, and that only he had the ability to create music worthy of being number one. After a year of being together, the Teddy Bears disbanded. Many sources stated this was because Spector had crippling stage fright, but this rings untrue, as when their other singles and album failed to chart, they were dropped from their label. This surprisingly didn't affect Phil's growing ego, as he felt that the failure was due to the label purposely ignoring his wants and vision. He then formed the band The Spectors 3, which featured himself, Carol Connors, and Marshall Lieb. This band also didn't last long, with only 2 singles and an album being put out before they too would disband. It was only then when Spector realized his true passion for music wasn't in being in a band and being at the mercy of record executives, producers, and managers. He wanted to be the one in control and calling the shots, because he believed that he was the best and the music he made was better than what was currently being made. He felt passionately that he was the best musical mind in the business, and he was not afraid to state that. Spector began working with and creating some of the top names in the music industry. Spector's production style, which he called the Wall of Sound, became famous in its own right, and he quickly became one of the most influential figures in the industry by the age of 21. However, he was horrible to be around. Every person who knew Spector has since come forward about their experiences with him, and while they will praise his musical ability and the songs he created, they all agree that he was a terrible person, with many stating outright that he lacked any sort of empathy for other people. When he was working as an A&R producer, procuring musical acts for record deals, he often would convince the talent to work under stage names, replacing them with other singers if they crossed him or failed to chart high enough. He refused to give any other artist credit on songs he worked on, feeling as though sharing royalties on a project was beneath him, and in some cases, he would outright refuse to let certain artists perform, which led to multiple careers being completely halted and destroyed. Spector's behavior on a good day was erratic and explosive. He projected his own insecurities onto everyone around him and felt as if they were constantly undermining his success. Their perceived judgment and incompetence then made it acceptable for him to respond in vitriol, assaulting them verbally and coming close at times to assaulting them physically.